Hello guys, it's Raptor here. Today we are doing a Reddit scary story, and the title is "I used to live in a genuine mystery house." I grew up on a farm in what I thought was the best house a young boy could ever live. The farmhouse was very old, 8 bedrooms, Meru house. I think that's how you pronounce it. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't a well-to-do family or anything. It was just the house that came up with the farm he managed. The house was cold, dread, moldy, but things were a little concern to a 5-year-old boy whose main focus was exploring, making bows, arrows, chasing chickens, the last two not too considered. In fact, we didn't even use most of the room upstairs, as there was only my folks, me. I'm the only child. To the things I'm about to tell you, honestly, did seem to be a big thing to my young self, but I assumed that if I was to experience anything like that now, I can tell you no uncertain I would gotten to the hell out of there. The first, which was not long after moving in, I was playing out in the front garden when I saw my focus acting strangely on the side of the house. They had noticed a bricked up window on the west side of the house, but the placement of the window didn't make any sense, as it didn't correspond to the room that should be there, if that makes sense. It took my dad going up to my room, hanging out of the window next to it, shouting down to my mom for them to realize that the room they were was walled off and made it a bit smaller. My dad contacted the farm owner, a really nice old man from what I remember, who was just intrigued as he never actually lived on the farm himself, although he played there as boys, and he never knew the room to be any bigger. The decision was reached to knock down the false wall that separated the room. For the record, my mom was dead against it. She was very adopted a let sheepdog like kind of approach. What we found was more accurately they found, as I wasn't allowed to help. It was almost perfectly preserved bedroom, painted entirely in green. When I saw perfectly, it was full of dust, now more so from the brick wall that had been knocked down. There was quite a bit of mildew and a very misty, sweet smell. But other than that, a pretty normal bedroom. Seemed to have belonged to a girl, partly because of the dolls, stuffed toys on the bed, those dressed tables, some beautiful items, and whatnot on it. There were some old loose photos in the dressing table drawers, but the owner took them away to see if he could identify any of the people in the photos. I didn't actually get to see them. Depending on how you look at it, itself was a little creepy and unnerving. At least I think so now. although at the time I do not remember being bothered by it. I just remember feeling put out but not being able to explore the house that day. But the very unsettled was yet to come. A few days later, there was a couple contractors in tidying up the green room and making it back to one room. The plan was to restore the window, but never happened while we were there. My dad decided to be going checking out the ceiling at the bottom of the step where large wooden doors was locked, which we had the keys for, but two metal strips barring the door top and bottom with rusty padlocks on them. My dad had the permission to remove the old locks, which he did, and it turned out the keys we had for the door didn't work anyway. So I gave it a shove. The door was solid but popped. Now, considering it wasn't allowed to be there to see the green room open up, why the hell was I able to explore a spooky cellar? We found it was quite unsettling. The ceiling was huge, almost the footprint of the entire house, but mostly empty. A part of a nursery, a full knitted kid nursery, absolutely old. It had been for twins. There was 2 cribs, a changing table, rocking chair, toys, everything you needed in a normal nursery. Just a freaking cellar. Like I said, at the time, this stuff didn't really bother me, but can you stop thinking about it? I have no idea what had happened in that old farmhouse. Now I'm old, love to know, but my folks are old and their memory are fuzzy, and the old landowner has been passed on. I like to say like I said, I loved living there as a boy, but I recently drove past the old house, and now it's creepy as hell to me. The window has still breaked up, and yeah, very curious why it's been like closed off from the room and just made it to one little room. And let's check out the update. After posting this today, it's been on my mind quite a bit. I went to visit my parents after work, was talking to my dad about it. We no longer live in that house, haven't done so for well over 30 years, but was telling me that the people who kept it directly after us rescinded off the green room. He doesn't know why, or no longer knows the current application to ask. But yeah, interesting story. But yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and comment below. And yeah, peace out till next time. And don't forget to hit the bell notification. And yeah guys, peace out till next time.